Hi Follow, I hope you've had a great morning worshipping together. I'm over in the sunny UK at the moment, but I hope you're enjoying things back in Australia. As you're aware, we've recently gone through a process searching for a new full-time church administrator. You as a membership appointed a search committee a number of weeks ago, and after advertising for the role via Christian Jobs online, social media, the BUV and word of mouth, we received 8 applications for the role. The search committee went through a process that meant that we met 3 consecutive Tuesday nights. On the first Tuesday, we prayed as a team and we considered the 8 applications. As a result of that, we decided to proceed to interview stage with the 4 strongest and most suitable applicants. And on that night, we asked God to highlight very clearly for us the person who was most suited for the role throughout the process. On the second Tuesday, we conducted interviews with the 4 candidates. This was done by breaking the search committee into 2 teams. The first team interviewed 2 applicants, and the second team interviewed the remaining 2 applicants. We did this for 2 reasons. First of all, to keep the team fresh, and secondly, to make sure that we didn't overwhelm the applicants at the first interview with too many faces and too many scary people in the room. After prayerfully considering all 4 applicants, we were able to settle after the first night on the 2 that we felt were most suitable for the role. That brings us to the third Tuesday, where we conducted more in-depth interviews with the last 2 candidates. This was done with all the search committee team members in the room at once. We sent the applicants questions and scenarios in advance to prepare for, as well as a personality test for them to complete, which would hopefully help us highlight some strengths and potential areas of growth as well. After the second interviews, we once again discussed and compared both candidates side by side, and they were both very strong candidates. They both interviewed very well, and they're both very impressive in their own ways. We think that either of them could have done the role. However, as a search committee, we felt that God had clearly answered our prayer, and He had highlighted, like with a highlighter, the person that He had chosen for the role. On that night, we went around the table and the team was unanimous with the candidate. And I then suggested we went away for the next 24 hours or so to give it more dedicated prayer and then come back and confirm our decision. Once again, as everyone came back, it was unanimous with the team, and so we then presented the candidate to the eldership and they affirmed the recommendation. As a result of that process, we're now delighted to recommend to you, the members, Maree Coffman, as the recommendation for the role of Follow Church Administrator, and we thought it would be a good idea to conduct a brief interview with her so that you get to know her a little bit and see a little glimpse of why we thought she'd be a great fit for the role. We found her to be a very warm, engaging, friendly person, and we said on the whole process that we wanted someone who was great with admin and brilliant with people, and I think in time you'll see why Maree is a great fit for that description. Hi Maree, how are you going?
I'm really well, thanks.
Great, it's great to meet with you this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself and maybe start with your family?
Well, I grew up in New Zealand and I was the eldest of 4 children. Moved over to Australia in '89 and I have 3 beautiful kids. The oldest one's 30 and then 27. She's the one with my 2 grandchildren. Oh, nice. And then I have a 21-year-old son that lives with me.
Yep. Oh, good, you don't look old enough to be a grandparent.
I know, so young.
Very good.
Good genes.
Yeah, definitely. So today's a good opportunity for the people who follow to get to know you a little bit. Yeah. Through the interview process, we felt that we really warmed to you quickly and we found you engaging and all that sort of stuff. So today's a great opportunity for people to get to know a bit more about you. So it's good to hear about your family first up. Family's very important. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what some of your hobbies and interests are? And maybe tell us in the context of what a perfect day would look like for you.
Sure, I love reading. Reading is probably my first love. I read books every day, so that's always my first love. I love being able to go away and just go into another world in a book. I love jigsaw puzzles. I do that every day as well. I just love puzzles, particularly really difficult ones that, you can only do 1 or 2 pieces a day. I love that. I love walking. I've got a creek behind my house and so I go walking there a lot. I love movies, so yeah. Different kind of things. Love games, all sorts of things with my kids, so yeah.
Oh, very good. We sound very similar except for the puzzle part. I've got no patience for puzzles.
I might convert you.
Yeah, maybe. I certainly
went to the office.
I love reading, I love movies, I love walking, so yeah, and I love kids as well, so we've got a lot in common there, which is really good.
So my perfect day would be probably one by myself, which is, I love people, but perfect day would be by myself, doing reading, doing jigsaws, stormy, rainy outside, looking at the ocean or something like that. Yeah, that would just be perfect. Nice. Silence, no music, no TV. That'd be lovely. Okay. Yeah.
Very good. What about your relationship with Jesus? Can you tell us a little bit about that and what it looks like in your daily rhythms of life?
Sure. I met him when I was a young girl. Came to probably a more of an understanding, saving knowledge of Jesus when I was 14, and have served and loved him ever since. So he is just in my world. I pretty much a night owl, so I don't actually do my daily readings till night, but I'm talking with him all through the day. So it's just a conversation that goes on all the time. It's just, he's always in my thoughts and he's always there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I read the Bible every year. I do that, study all different things. I love studying, so I get into scriptures and things. I did Bible college for 3 years, which was really great. Just to learn more, and yeah, so he's just part of my world.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, that's the best kind of relationship,
Yeah.
isn't it? Ongoing conversation, natural,
Very natural,
all that sort of stuff, so that's great. So can you, for the people out there today, can you share some of your experiences in your career and ministry and how you feel they've prepared you for the role as a fellow church administrator?
Sure. I actually, when I left school, became a pharmacist, so I was a pharmacist for about 20 or 30 years. And that was a great profession. You get to meet people all day, help them when they're at their lowest a lot of the time, but also I could do all the administration work too, so I love doing that side of it, all the paperwork, all the organising, all the stuff that we had to do, for pharmacy. That's what I love to do well. So that was me, all the business management, and then dealing with people was great. So I did that. In church-wise, I've done quite a bit. I played piano in church. I led the women's ministry for quite a while.
There's some people listening to this right now, don't you know? They're writing your name down already.
Even ran creche for a while. So.
Right, big mistake mentioning that one.
I just, I've done counting teams, hosting, whatever I need to do. I just like being part of the church community and volunteering time. I always feel it's like a home, and so that you should contribute to your home. So that's what I do. So yeah, I've done a lot of things over the years, and I just am happy to put my hand to anything, really. So whatever I can do to just help is great. And my big thing, whatever I choose to do, is to make people feel a part of the home, part of the house of God. So
well, we say we want to be the most welcoming church on the planet, so it sounds like you'll be a good addition to that family, which is really good. So your last role at a church, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
I did 2 days a week administration work for Hillsong Melbourne East Church, and so that was just two days doing admin, support the pastors, number of different roles that was in there, from guest relations to the financial to invoicing to dealing with staff inquiries, congregation inquiries, cleaning, anything that needed to be done. That was my role there. So and I also do behaviour therapy with autistic child at her home as well. So that was my other casual job that I was doing.
It was a very broad range of different experiences and all that. That's fantastic. Probably one of the reasons we thought you were so good for the role is different people you've dealt with, different ways of working through different things. So that's great. So obviously you applied for the role, you saw it online.
Yes.
And now that you're coming into looking like starting the role soon, what are you most excited about the role of fellow church administrator?
I just love being a part of the house of God and to contribute in this way of actually having a job, as well as helping a church grow and build, and people coming to know Jesus and living their lives for him is just so exciting for me to do that. I looked at a number of different jobs, but this one really stood out to me, that I would be so enthusiastic with, this was great. So, and also like when I learnt about, who you are and how people you are, and you're building a new church and all that kind of thing, that was just a really exciting project for me to help with and hopefully assist with. Yeah, very good.
Excellent. Well, it's really good chatting to you. We're looking forward to you starting. I wish it was like 6 months ago, but I'm looking forward to you starting really soon. So thanks for spending some time with us this morning.
You're welcome.
And it's over to you now, and you're going to hear a little bit more from the search committee this morning, and hopefully that'll help you make your decision to vote wisely, and hopefully we'll see Maree starting up soon. Thanks a lot.